Exercise 1.3, question number 2. Give a rough estimate by rounding off to the nearest hundreds and also a closer estimate by rounding off to the nearest 10. Here in this question there are 4 bits A, B, C, D, and they are asking us to find out the 4 more examples. 2 examples I will show you. This question is similar to the previous question, that is first question. There also we have added up the 2 numbers or subtracted the 2 numbers. Here also we will add up three numbers and subtract the 2 numbers. Now solution. Here first question, 439 plus 334 plus 4317. We have to round off to the nearest 100 and round off to the nearest tens also. So first we will finish it off with the 100, then we will come for the nearest tens. 439. If you see the number 439, it lies between 400 and 500. So, but you know that 439 is near to the 400, so it will be round off to the number 400. Similarly, 3334 lies between 300 and 400, but as it is near to the 300, we will take up 300 here. Similarly, 4317. So, we have to consider only 317. Don't touch this 4000 digit. They are not asking for the 1000, so we will not touch this 4. Only 317. 317 is near to 320. So 300. It's near to 300. Now add up all these numbers. 439 rounded to 400. 334 to the 300 and 4317 to 4300. Only we have rounded off to the nearest 100. If you sum up 400 plus 300 will give you 700. 700 is added to 4300, which will give you 5000. So this is the answer, estimated amount or estimated answer we can say when we add up to the nearest hundreds. Now rounding off to the nearest tens. Now if you consider the tens, only we have to change the tens digit to see the nearest tens place. The highest digit is 10 here. Only we are considering 439. 439 here. Only 39. 39 is near to, yes, it is 40. 34 is near to, 34 lies between 30 and 40. But it is near to 30. So we will take 34 in the place of 34. 30 in the place of 17. 17 lies between 10 and 20, but it is near to 20. Now these numbers rounding off to the nearest tens, we can write it as 440, 330 and 4320. When you add up all these numbers, we will get 5090. Now second bit. Second bit also you have to rounding off to the nearest 100 and rounding off to the nearest tens. But here instead of addition we have to do the subtraction. So what is the number given here? Here, if you take this is equals to 108734, which is equals to 1,08,734. But rounding off to the nearest 100. If you see hundreds place here, it is 7. 734. 734, it will be round off to the 700 only. So, we will change this number to the 1,08,700. Here 47,599. 599 is near to the 600. It lies between 500 and 600, but it is near to the 600. So instead of 599, we will write 600. Now adding here, just writing the rounding off to the hundreds, that is 1,08,700 minus 47,600. After doing the subtraction, we'll get the answer as 61,100. Now coming the rounding off to the nearest tens. So the given number only we have to change the tens place. Tens digit number only we are going to change by rounding off to the nearest tens place. So 34 nearest to 40. 34 is nearest to, it's equal to nearest to 30. And 99 is here, 99 is near to 100. We will do now that is nearest to the tens we have to do. Rounding off to the nearest 100, we have completed. See here, 1 lakh 8,734 minus 47,599 is equals to round off to 1 lakh 8,700 minus 47,600, which will give you 61,100. Rounding off to the nearest tens. When we are rounding off to the nearest tens, the first digit, that is 1 lakh 8,734, will become 1 lakh 8,730 minus 47,600. If you do the subtraction, you will get the answer as 61,130. So when you just compare these two answers, you will find that 30 difference. You are considering the 10 also, tens place. So there is a difference in the estimation when you are going with hundreds, when you are doing with the tens. Hope it is clear to you. Now we'll continue with the next remaining two more digits plus two more questions plus two more examples. Continuation of question number 2, bit number C. Here also we have to round off to the nearest 100 and nearest tens. The question is 8,325 minus 491. Rounding off to the nearest 100. When you round off to the nearest 100, that is 8,325. 325, if you see, it is near to the 300. So this number can be written as 8,300 plus 491. It is near to 500. Just do the subtraction. If you subtract it, 8,300 minus 500, you will get 8,700. Now rounding off to the nearest tens. Change the tens digit. So here 8,325. 25 is near to the 30. Actually it is in between 20 and 30, but always whenever it is a 5, so 25 it will go to 30. 35 it will go to the next one, the next digit, the greater side we will move. 8,325 will be rounded off to the nearest tens place is 8,330 minus 491. 91 is 1 only it is. So it is 91. 91 lies between 90 and 100. So it is near to the 90. We can take it as 90 instead of 91. To the nearest tens. We are rounding off this 91 to 90. Now 8,330 minus 490. If you do the subtraction, you will get the 7,840. You can do the calculation in the rough column. Okay, coming for the next bit, it is same like this only, but here we will have the number of digits more. So here it is 4,89,348 minus 48,365. Don't get confused, girls. Don't change the thousands digit, 10,000 digits or lakhs digit. Only when they are asking us for the changing of, rounding off to the hundreds digits, so we have to round off to the nearest 100 only. Rounding off to the nearest 100. So here hundreds place is, 100 digits is 3. 348. 348 will be rounded off to 300 and 365 will be rounded off to 400. These two only will change. The remaining question remains the same. So when the after rounding off to the nearest 100, we obtain the number 48. What it is now? 4,89,300 minus 48,400. Do the subtraction. Once if you do the subtraction, you will get the answer as, how much will be the answer? Yes, it is 4,40,900. You know, when you are writing, you have to write down the digits exactly below the above one. Hundreds will come below 100, tens will below tens, thousands will below thousands, like that. Once if you do the subtraction, you will get the answer of the first bit, that is when you are rounding off to the nearest hundred, as 4,40,900. Rounding off to the nearest tens. Here we have to change the only tens digit. That is, whether is it near to the above preceding value or the succeeding value. Now 48 will changes to what? 50. 65 will changes to 70. Just we obtain the number only by changing 48 and 65. 48 is changing to 50, 65 is changing to 70. Now once after rounding off, the number obtained is 4,89,350 minus 48,370. If you do the subtraction, you will get the answer as 4,40,980. Hope it is clear to you. We'll continue with the 2 more example questions and then we will continue in the next lecture. Hope it's clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box. Like my channel. So example here, we can take any number of your own. So here I have taken the number as 4,853. We are rounding off to the nearest 100 plus 662. When you round off this number, so the first will become 4,800. The 7 is near to the 662 will be near to the 700. When you sum up these two numbers, we will obtain a number 5,500. That is rounding off to the nearest 100. Now rounding off to the nearest tens. When you are rounding off to the nearest tens, what you have to do? You have to see the last two digits, that is tens digit. 53 will be rounded off to 50. 62 will be rounded off to 60. Add these two numbers, you will get the answer 5,510. So when you will round off with the 100, you will get a different number. When you are rounding with nearest 10, you will get the difference. That is 10 difference here you will find. Means it is more accurate when you are going with the nearest tens. You can take your own example. It's not necessary that you have to carry on with the same examples. You can practice as many examples as you like. Now the second bit here, 775 minus 390, rounding off to the nearest 100. So 775 will be rounded off to 800. Again see 75 will go to 775. Whenever it is 5, it will be moving to the succeeding number. So that is 800 minus of the nearest 100 for this one, nearest tens is 390 is equals to 9. It will be equal to 400. Nearest 100. So 800 minus 400 will give you 400. Rounding off to the nearest tens. 775 minus 390. So 75 will be rounded off to 80. 90 will be rounded off to, here 390 will be rounded off to 400. So if you do the subtraction, you will get the answer as 380.